A student walked up to the teacher's desk and he asked her about biology. Hey, bum bum bum. What is the cell theory? The teacher said,
It's the idea of everything is made up from and originates from the cell. They each have a nucleus and are either prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Why do you ask?
the student said, I'll be back. Then he thought for a second and he'd be back the next day. When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he asked her about biology. Hey, bum bum bum. What's in a cell? The teacher said,
In plants, their cells have many organelles, such as cytoplasm in the cell wall. Likewise, humans have mitochondria, lysosomes, ribosomes, and the Golgi apparatus. Now they are able to do the daily functions to make sure the cell is at its best. Why do you ask?
The student said, I'll be back. Then he thought for a second and will be back the very next day. When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, Hey, bump bump bump. How do I get my appearance? The teacher said,
Long ago, Mendel used p-plants to determine the possibility of regular and sex-linked traits. Using Punnett squares, you can take the genotypes of both parents, and if they are homozygous or heterozygous, you can determine the dominance or recessiveness of the phenotype that you can inherit.
The student said, I have many more questions for you. I'll be back. Then he walked away.
Bio.
Then he walked away.
Bio.
Then he walked away.
Bio.
Till the very next day, bump 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 bum. When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, Hey, bump bump bump. How does heredity work? The teacher said,
Heredity begins with DNA replication. Then it goes through transcription and translation. It involves 3 nucleotide sequences of codons and anticodons. And don't forget, the central dogma.
The student said, I'll have more for you. Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Till the very next day. Bum 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 bum. When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, Hey, bump bump bump. What is evolution?
Evolution?
Yeah, evolution.
Oh, well, it's a population over time that evolves into a new species with better traits due to natural selection or survival of the fittest, or to artificial selection and mutation of species.
Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Till the very next day. Bump 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 bum. When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, Hey, bump bump bump. How do we get energy? The teacher said,
It is needed for life, and to harvest energy, cellular respiration occurs. The first step is glycolysis, located in the cytoplasm. Next is the citric acid cycle in the mitochondrial matrix. Then ADP plus P is turned into ATP, and this happens during substrate-level phosphorylation, when an enzyme transfers a phosphate to ADP. In plants, they harvest energy through chlorophyll and photosynthesis.
Then he walked away.
Bio.
Then he walked away.
Bio.
Then he walked away.
Bio.
Till the very next day, bump 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 bump. Then he walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, Hey, bump bump bump. How do you transport in a cell?
First, active transport uses endocytosis and exocytosis to move molecules in and out of the cell. But passive transport is diffusion. The 2 types of diffusion are facilitated diffusion and osmosis. With these 2 transport methods, down in concentration or potential gradient, with its purpose or either a normal cell or water.
The student said, I'm almost ready for the test. I'll be back. Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Till the very next day. Bum 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 bum. When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, Hey, bump bump bump. How does a cell reproduce? The teacher said,
The first phase of mitosis and meiosis is interphase. This is where the cell grows. The replication process is different because mitosis involves body cells and meiosis involves reproduction of sex cells. Cytokinesis occurs at the end of reproduction. It is when the cell splits into 2 daughter cells.
Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Then he walked away. Bio. Till the very next day. Bump 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 bump. When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, Hey, bump bump bump. What are the main molecules?
There are 4 main types of molecules: carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids, each one being made up of monomers. Monosaccharides, fatty acids, amino acids, nucleotides, don't forget cholesterol. Now please stop asking me questions!
Just one more for you. What is
No,
biology?
She said,
This is all complex. Let's start from the beginning with the basic concept. Scientific method is a process made up of 7 steps that helps you complete an experiment. One important step is creating an hypothesis. After observations, results, data, and more, you can determine an outcome. Is that everything?
What is life?
That's a story for another day, with the 7 characteristics everyone has. Yeah, because I have the school thing. We're only on the 2nd page out of 4.
it's 3.5 actually.
Okay, bye. She's like, here, let me give you Coach School. You want me to play?
When the student walked up to the teacher's desk and he said to the teacher at the desk, "Hey, bum, 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 how does heredity work?" The teacher said,
Sean's mom's home.
the teacher said, "Bum,